Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of SOTA Podcast.
Woo!
Okay, so we have new faces and old faces. So can the old faces introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Sinjin, spelled St. John. I'm from Visual Arts and Y6. Yep.
Hi, I'm Angie from dance.
Hi, I'm Eryn from PA.
Yeah, and I'm Claudia from P7.
I'm Louis and I'm from P7 too. So I think we have some new faces here. So just in case you didn't know, I was from Woodgrove Secondary School, a local neighborhood school.
Yeah, and I was from Tanjung Katong Girls. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty lit, bro. And today, I guess, you wanna know what's the topic? It's what makes SOTA and mainstream schools so unique. Now, seniors, what makes SOTA so unique in terms of its culture?
This culture. I don't know. I actually don't know.
I don't know, but I feel like it's so weird, cause I don't know, but in my school, right, like whenever like people would eat, it's always in the canteen and never outside the canteen. But whenever like I come here, everyone's eating like in the canteen and outside of the canteen. Like, do you guys see that?
No, I never actually eat in the canteen.
What?
What?
Yeah.
What? No, I always eat at the canteen. I've never
Like
gone.
in the round tables, on the round tables.
Oh, I mean, yeah, actually, that's true. That's true. No, I thought you meant like at like not canteen food. Wait.
Oh no, like location.
Oh no. I mean like anywhere is fine, but yeah.
How about at TKGS? Do you guys like eat in the canteen only?
Like we were not allowed to. We like could only eat at specific places, so we could eat at like the area around the canteen. But yeah, that was it.
Oh yeah, in my school, like we were all like good kids, just canteen only. Yeah, I think other than that, other than studies, like how are you guys?
We're dying. We're actually dying. Our health is depleting at a faster rate. It's so bad.
Are you guys like mugging like 24/7?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Oh, you guys are.
Yes.
Actually, I think I'm more relaxed during MOE season than I will be after, because the IB submissions are after the MOEs.
Oh yeah.
Then the MOEs lets us like study for exams that technically aren't important at all.
Dude, that's so sad. Imagine MIEs being like a break for us.
Yeah.
No, actually, I feel the most relaxed now that
Yeah.
that I can take a break and study for a bit. Yeah, it's quite relaxing to actually study now when you're not stressing about every other thing. Yeah.
How about you, Claudia? Like O levels, how was it? Like was everyone just mugging like 24/7?
Like we had it 2 weeks. We had like a week of studying or something, so it wasn't that stressful, I think.
How about like normally? Like would everyone like just study like around the
Oh.
school like normally?
Yeah, I guess so. Like in class.
Really? Because like in my school, like it was pretty like relaxed, like especially like when it's not exam season. Like everyone's just like chilling. Like no one would like stay back specifically just to study. Like I don't know, but like whenever like I first came here, right? Like I was so shocked at how like I see like everyone, like even on the benches, like they would like keep doing their assignments. And I was like, wow, SOTA's was really on top of their games, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's not usually the case. Or maybe for me at least. I feel like from year one to year 4, I literally cared nothing about studies at all. I would just literally do like anything, like walk around and stuff like that. But I feel like year 5, year 6 for IB, that's when it kicks in. That's when everyone is like, wow, we have a lot to do.
Yeah, true. Yeah, whenever like, I see the year like 1s to 4s, they're like pretty relaxed though.
But they're playing tag.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Dude, that's like the most amount of activity I've ever seen in my entire SOTA life. They're playing tag. You know how annoying? Okay, no, it's not annoying, but like just having class and you just hear 12 people just stampeding and screaming.
Oh yeah, that's like super whack, bro. Like whenever like I'm in lesson, right, I hear just people screaming. Like is it the same for you too?
Yeah.
Yeah, like legit, people just keep like screaming like every single moment.
In the basketball court, is it?
Everywhere, bro, everywhere. Yeah, I think it's like the same in like our schools too. Cause like, oh, it's not for you.
Wait, what?
Like how was stuff in your school?
Okay, wait. Like I just have to preface this by saying that like every student is very unique. So, so like I mean, like whether you study or not, it's very individual. It's like your own agency to do it. Yeah. So I guess like activities wise, like it really depends on the student. Like I remember like right before it was like a lot of people playing basketball in the indoor sports hall, but like I mean other people like they'll just be walking around. Like me, like I wouldn't ever go to
Yeah, but my school was like filled with like a lot of basketball addicts, yeah. Like every single recess, right, we just go basketball court. Or like the tennis. Like people would just play tennis like every time during recess. Or like they would like go around and like just gossip.
The our cohort has that. You got like at least 3 people a time playing ping pong. Just always, you just hear
Yeah.
ping pong. I don't know what's the onomatopoeia for ping pong. Ping pong, right? Okay.
You know, like why is it such like a thing? Like why is like ping pong such a thing?
But I mean, if you consider how like our school doesn't really have sports facilities out there somewhere else, other than the roof, which we can't access.
Yeah, we can't we can't access the roof. That's so
What do you
sad.
think about that? Like,
Okay, not to flex or whatever, but we had like, you know, an open field and like 2 indoor sports
Oh,
hall.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
My whole primary school had a whole building dedicated to sports, like 12 levels. Maybe less than that.
Yeah, when I came here, I was like so shocked. Like, why is the only field like not open?
Yeah, exactly.
because I mean, it's so high up and
It's
dangerous. Yeah.
high stress, high stories.
Yeah.
How about the facilities in like TKGS? Was it like open to all students?
Yeah, I think so, but we weren't allowed to access the. Like I think during COVID, like a lot of stuff like got shut down. But I mean, like sports CCs and stuff, like you could still access the field, like the field practice. Yeah.
How about pre-COVID?
I think it was. Like for the most part, you could just do whatever you wanted. Yeah, but like you had, I think there was like a lot of rules like regarding like the use of facilities. Like if like I don't know, people don't keep the I don't know jumping ropes or something, like they just not allow us to access it for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a pretty stark difference. Like, I've never been to the rooftop. Kind of salty about that, but
I think you will.
You will.
At least next year we'll run.
You will.
I hope I
Run for
will.
nothing.
You will hate it.
FWA next year. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. Wait, is it? Do you think that's
Have
possible?
you heard about FWA?
Yeah, I've heard about it. Oh, I want it so badly. Oh
What do you know about FWA?
my god. FWA.
Yeah.
Fireworks, partying, music.
There
You
is
forgot
no
one
fireworks.
letter. Fireworks action, right?
Alright. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that I was able to go for it once before it was. Like,
Once?
yeah, I went for it once. In year 4, I think. Yeah. And yeah, it was good. It was a good thing to celebrate before everything broke down. Yeah.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know what FWA is, it's fireworks action. Yeah, fireworks. Boom,
It's just
boom.
a rooftop party that makes use of the National Day practice for fireworks.
Yeah.
That's right.
Take it as SOTA's Coachella.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, because
that's
people
true.
perform
And they just take
Yeah.
pictures.
yeah,
Yeah, is it like a key part of like SOTA's culture,
It's a
FWA?
huge
It
part.
was, yeah.
It's like event that everybody looks forward to because like all the cohorts will like mingle together.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there was this one time we had like a rave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there was this senior who does like DJing. So like I think at 8 p.m. we were all at the rooftop and then people just started like going wild and like jumping.
And you
And it was so like chaotic. I mean it was so like so many people were jumping that the floor shook. There was like huge vibrations. And then like so
The whole floor could have fallen down.
yeah. Yeah, because there was like 1,000 people just jumping at the same time. Yeah, and then there was like I think they crowd surfed like this
Yeah.
little year 2 or year 1. Yeah. It was like everybody was like just jumping and like shouting the same thing over and over again. It was like very fun, yeah.
Pre-COVID.
It's
Pre-COVID.
like, it's like I think it's a great part because like I think like in schools like us we don't have things like FWA like keeping us like Coachella like vibes. Does your school have any?
Like like at
Sports
the
day.
beginning of the year, like yeah, kind of. Like in the beginning of the year, like for Sec 1 orientations, we would usually have like a campfire. Yeah, and like that was a really big part of like my school's culture. I only went there once, like in Sec 3. We don't. I think it was the beginning of 2020. Yeah, so it was like just once because I was always sick during the campfire. Yeah, but like that year it rained, so it was like indoors, so it was kind of bad. Yeah, but like I think like it really solidifies like the sisterhood within like the school. Yeah, and like we would dance like to this like there's this song from Shrek.
Which one? Which
It's
one?
accidentally in love.
I can't remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and we would also like dance during like sports day. Yeah. It was just really fun time. But like because of COVID, it's just
True.
yeah.
Yeah, but a substitute for us for FWA was like, your cross country and like sports day kind of thing. Like it's like we go into like the Heartland stadiums, like just do stuff and just like, have fun. Although we don't have music or fireworks,
Oh,
still
really?
have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everyone's just supporting each other.
Right!
Yeah, I feel like every school will have their one event where everyone just chills, right? Yeah.
That's very true, that's very true.
Like, did you have houses?
What?
No, we did not.
Property. My own primary school had it was like in like saint names. It was like Benil Solomon. I was from SJIJ, yeah. So we had those houses, and I think it was quite integral. And it seemed like Harry Potter houses. Yeah, it felt very unique. Yeah.
I think for us it's kind of like our art form. Well, our form is kind of like our houses,
Yeah.
but it's not very.
That's so sad.
Yeah. So actually, I think that the sports faculty is like has always been pushing for sports day. Yeah, but because of our location, it's difficult to like secure.
Oh.
Yeah, for NAPA, we would go to SMU and run around the campus, and then there'll be people like go inside the students, and they just like stare at us because they see a bunch of like 16-year-olds just like running around. It's so funny.
Well, struggles of not having a field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's it for culture. We can see like, although we do have our differences, there are quite some like, big similarities there. So how about the curriculum itself? Like how is SOTA's curriculum so different from like mainstream schools? Do you guys have any ideas?
It's much longer. That's one thing for sure. It's definitely much longer. I think it's definitely like the art forms. Art forms are taking a large time, like throughout 1 to 6. Only it ramps up as you go higher. There's correlation. I think that's maybe it.
How about you? Like, what was the most shocking thing about your art form when you first came? Like, what surprised you the most?
Kind of like expected it. Like I guess like the workload, like I sort of like saw it coming. So because I did like O-level art, so I guess it's kind of similar. Yeah, but there's just a lot more deadlines, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, actually I think that a similarity within SOTA and other schools would be the arts. Like in our schools, we had CCAs, and I was from a performing arts CCAs. I was in modern dance, and I was talking to like my friends in like dance here in SOTA, and there's actually like a big contrast in like what we learn. Like for example, in what I learned during CCA was more of like your practical techniques, just like performing as like a troupe, because it was from Sec 1 to Sec 5, so everyone would just come together and just dance. But like when I came here and I talked to like my dance friends, it's much more like academic. Angie now laughing already. Like what do you all learn in dance?
I think there's a lot of focus on technique, and even though we're a performative art, a large portion of what we learn is like solely focused on like the technical aspect. Yeah, and I think it goes for a lot of art forms too. Because the only time when we actually feel like we're more of like a performative art is when we actually get to perform on stage.
Yeah, like I think for them in terms of like art form, it's much more academically in depth, whereas SCCAs in mainstream schools, it's much more practical work. Like it's about like performing and just practicing. But here they like they delve deeper into like the arts, like really learn like what they're about, like what makes the aesthetics aesthetic.
Well, CCA is just like doing the thing, right?
True.
If you're dancing, you're dancing. If you're theater, you're acting. But like for us, there's so many things like process portfolio or like theory basically. For all your arts, right?
For VA, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, all the art forms. You got your designer's notebook for theater, I think.
Oh.
And then for dance, it's your essay as well. So it's you always gotta incorporate some academic thing into it to grade it. Yeah.
Yeah, it actually like brings the whole artist inside of you, so that you're not just.
I hope that you keep that mindset.
Yes,
your
yes,
years.
please.
I'll try.
How naive.
I mean, not naive, but very
Optimistic.
Very optimistic, yeah.
Yeah. We're so cynical right now. We're like, we just want this over and done with.
Yeah, so how was VA actually different from O-level art for you?
I guess like for O levels, like in terms of like what we, like the coursework, we were only working towards like one final artwork, whereas like here we're doing like a body of work, so it's like 8 to 10 words.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like you need to be a lot faster in like developing new ideas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas,
that's intense,
like,
bro.
For
That's
ours,
intense.
like you had to like commit to one idea and like stick it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I took O-level art and like what she has said is like really like accurate because like in art O-levels we were doing a lot of practice. We did do theory of course, but not as extreme as like
I didn't do
visual.
theory.
Yeah, they're like doing like really extremely, like really in depth, like bro. Yeah, and I'm sure like the other art forms are like really in depth into like their study of like historical aspect and like the academics of the art forms. Yeah, right? Mm. So any final takeaways, seniors, from this conversation?
SOTA is the place to be.
You sure about that? You sure about that? Just kidding, just kidding.
I mean, I hope you all will get to experience the full-fledged SOTA culture like next year.
Yeah,
at
I
least.
hope it comes back.
Yeah,
I hope it's gonna-
and full force and even greater things, and the teachers will be even more enthusiastic to take on more projects and
Yay.
support us even more. Yeah, I mean, I hope that for you all.
Yeah. Yeah, from what I took away was that when I first came here, I thought things were gonna be extremely different. But then when I came here, I think like, we a bit same, not so different at all. So like, I've come to adapt, I've come to love the school. Like it's a very like vibrant environment. Yeah, how about you, Claudia?
I guess I was a bit daunted like when I first came here. Like I don't know, like just because they're really bonded. Like cohort. Like if I were to go to like a normal GC, like most of them who are bonded would have come from like affiliated schools which don't really take like the majority of the population. Yeah, but I guess like I think I've adapted well.
Alright, so you can conclude however you may like, and I think that puts us at the end of today's conversation. So thank you seniors for sharing, and
Yes, thank you.
SOTA is the place to be.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.